All right, ladies and gents, welcome back once again to my channel where it is a release date for part 2 of Tales from the Far Territory. Um, all right, so let's get into it. Day 288 going into 289. We need to go get the short range radio. That's the only thing I know for certain about the what's the word I'm looking for? About the expansion is we need to go get the short range radio as soon as possible. So we're going to pick up, we're going to leave, and we're going to go get that. Not a big surprise. We kind of knew that was going to happen. So anyway, I really had a hard time getting in here to record tonight. I don't know, without getting into the details and getting all, I don't want to talk politics or anything. I just feel like we crossed a line today in our country that we may never come back from. And that's, that's not right wing, that's not left wing, that's just an honest assessment of things that have happened today with the indictment of a high profile individual. Whether you support it or not, it is unprecedented. And I'm not going to say one way or another. I try not to get into politics. I try to stay off my soapbox. I'm sure, just from my viewpoints on free speech and patriotism and things like that, it's pretty obvious which way I go. But, anyway, it was hard to get in here and record, because it's only been about an hour since I heard the news, and I'm just completely flabbergasted. I'm a veteran, and I, as a veteran, I feel betrayed today. And I know there's some newer veterans, ones that haven't, have served in more recent times that don't feel quite like some of us older ones do. And I won't get into why, what they, I won't get into all that, but there's definitely been a value shift in our culture, and it is what it is. I hope we come back from this as a nation, but I don't know if we can. Anyway, that's enough of the heavy stuff. Let's get back to the apocalypse, huh? Did I really just say that? I forgot to shut off the Discord in the background, so apologies for any dings or dots or bings you hear in the background. It's just is what it is. Anyhow, so the biggest thing we'll be looking for is on the way back on that long trip back to the airfield. Oh my word, I just dawned on me how far we got to go. Man, I should have just stayed. It was only a week, right? But on this long trip back to the airfield, we will, man, I should have stayed. I knew I should have stayed. But we'll be watching for acorns and different things. I've heard some disappointment over the acorns. I don't know for sure all the details on that. Maybe they'll be adjusted in the near future. Who knows? But anyhow, all of the maps between here and the airfield have been mapped, so I won't be carrying any charcoal with me, so that's a plus. That'll help us keep some weight down. And we know we're coming back here, so there are some things we can leave behind for certain. But we do need to be prepared because when we pick up the short range, we will probably run the tail, as it's known. Now, one of the things I've kind of struggled with today is why maybe I should have stayed in the airfield and so I could start right off on the tail. If we learned from the last update that there could be bugs and things like that, and things that are going to be tweaked over the coming days. I don't know. So anyhow, I'm not disappointed that we haven't. I'm not disappointed at all because I think there could very well be some later
This gear's starting to slow me down.
adjustments to the I'll take that with me. Don't need that. Is that revolver? I left it back there, so I ain't gonna mess with it. I haven't really cleaned my. I don't think my weapon was in too bad a shape, was it? Let's take a peek. Harvest that. And eat that. Drop all of these. Well, not here. I'll drop them in a little bit. I definitely need to get rid of a couple of raw, which most of this is. $87, $78, $76. Let's grab the 87. Take that one with us. And then, let's see. I'm going to leave the stems. Because, like I said, we are coming back.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
That there. Marine flare. Not nearly as nice as I usually make it, but, you know. Been quite a week when it comes to news, though. And regardless how you feel about it, kind of weird watching media fall over itself trying to take a different approach to the Nashville shooting. It's like all the usual narratives have been turned on their ear for this one. I don't know why. Really, really appalling comments in some of the cases. Anyway, so on to lighter subjects today in Killer World, real Killer World, not just this one, but in real Killer World. What did I do? I planted some potatoes today, and rose hips. Let's drop these. Grab one in case I get lost. And then I got some wood to drop. Let's drop it here. And, oh, it's raining crazy here. And let's see, let's go ahead and unload that. And then I'm going to drop it. Oh, I shouldn't have dropped it there. There we go. All right. What else we got? Gonna drop these. You got. Okay, I want to look at my. Oh wow, there's that. I'll go ahead and harvest those. And oh, drop that and move it. Let's sort some things out here. And those can stay there. All right. Why did it look like my... Oh, there it is. Okay. What else? Keep one of those. Let's refuel our, oh wow, don't need those. Refuel our lantern. Leave that to drop. Drop this. All revolver ammo we need to put together, so let's go ahead and put it here. Oh, what else we got here? I'll go ahead and guess I'll put them in here. Where are they at? I don't know. How much do they weigh? Let's see. Double check here. Oh, where'd it go? 24, half a pound, and yeah, it's less than a pound, but it's still a pound. So let's. I don't know where to put them. I guess right here. I'm getting less of these because I'm just not using my firearms like I was. All right, let's look at that. 92%, so we don't need to clean it. So let's drop the cleaning kit wherever it went. We also need to harvest those. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab this and this and this and this and go right here. Pull up our clothing and move everything in and then pull this back out. Oh wow, we got some stuff to patch, don't we? We're still, we got quite a bit of food on us really right now, so that's part of our problem, part of our weight problem. So we're going to go over here and drop that food. And we're going to eat this. And drink. We got quite a lot, quite a bit to drink. All right. That's got us underweight. We still got a lot of those. I think I'm going to leave this and this here. And I think I'm going to leave them here. It's in that pile somewhere. Then I'm going to look at what else we got. I don't need that. Put it over here with the rest of it. And pry bar, I'm just going to leave there. What else have we got here we don't need? Definitely don't need all of these. So we'll drop that. That looks pretty fair. That's a lot of weight right there. So, I mean, that's a lot of our problem. A lot more weight right there that we can get rid of. Drop that for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to pick up. I left some of those somewhere. We probably might need to pick up a little bit. Those look pretty good. Now let's drop all of those. Only 10 will be plenty. And I'm not going to worry about the sewing kits. They're fine. That's a lot of arrows. I'm going to drop 10 of them. Now, where did I leave them bows? Were they outside? Yeah, they're outside. I'm going to take the good one. That way I only got to carry one. No, I'll just take... I think I will go ahead and carry 2. This one is at 52. This one's at 89. I'll take the 52. And how are we looking here? 93 pounds, still a little long, but like I said, that's a lot right there. We could, oh yeah, and the cloth. Now let's patch our clothes up first. Let's see, clothing. No, I got like that, needs love, big time. Um, Good coffee. No, I got to planted some potatoes today, and it was really about. I mean, wow, that's. I got to work on my coat. A lot of little tedious stuff. I need a rabbit skin too, man. I know we got some back at the airfield, but I was a little surprised at how rough that looks right now. A little surprised. Oh wow, a lot of our stuff's in rough shape. Beating up a good chunk of our day right here, patching gear. So the rifle sling's kind of interesting, but the thing is it takes up a slot. I guess, yeah, you can swap it out between your earmuffs and your, I don't know. Really need another slot. I mean, those could be swapped out for sure. Actually, let's leave those on because we're gotta go down a rope. All right, things looking pretty good in that respect. Let's see how our stuff looks. 17, 3 pounds. How's our first aid? 6, 2, good. All right, let's go in here and open up our special zone here. Find our cloth. I'm gonna put 7 in there. And then 2. I'm gonna go ahead and, I mean, I just don't need that many. And looks pretty good. I mean, it's not overly crazy. And we are carrying, how much food we got again? Let's check that. Food. Not much. I am heavy on water. Oh, shoot. What to drop? I don't need to carry that. Don't really. No, I don't need to carry that. The extra bow is, I'm just going to carry one bow. And I'll get rid of a few matches in here. That ought to be sufficient. I'll go ahead and take that with me. And, I mean, still pretty, oh, well, I got 5 sticks on me. That's not too bad. La, 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 la. It's just not a whole lot more low weight to lose here. I mean, based on what I normally carry. I got those. I grabbed them. I'm gonna grab those. They're light. That's light. We can eat those, and they don't stink. All right, where's that fur? Oh wow, that's interesting. I haven't seen that before. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and that's only 90% chance. So excuse me. Add fuel. We want a fur. Kind of curious what that cook is all about. Crafting. Oh, fire hardened arrows. Okay. Takes crow feathers and sticks, and a knife in 22 minutes. That's kind of cool. All right. What about cooking? Oh yeah, that's the they just changed the icon. I'm fine. Okay, cool. All right. Let's throw that up there. We got 42, 42, 48.
Something's gotta go.
Cook some water. All right. All right, let's get this all cooked up. 48, 45, 34. Oh, well, so much for that. Let's see, nothing I needed anyway, so it's all good. Gonna kick out the door here. Drop all of our meat. And then we want to eat. Grab one more for when we wake up. And it's getting pretty close to dark. Oh, did I? I think I left the hacksaw behind, didn't I? I didn't have. Yeah, I need to pick that back up. Forgot about that. And grabs a couple more flare shells for good measure. I think we'll be all right. Okay. All right. We're gonna end up waking up before light, but that's okay. We got we've got climbs to do, which is gonna mess with that whole system anyway. So what we'll do is we'll get down the ropes and then we'll go to Hermit's Lodge there and sleep there. But since I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna grab that. No. All right. All right. Let's eat. water situation. Way too much. All right. Since we are mostly walking and we know there's not a whole lot of food along the way, we're going to carry some extra. Make sure we got full 2.2 pounds of each. It's going to make my stink a little high, but we know that there's just not much. Oh, that was too much. All right, drop that one. We know that there's not a lot of meat between here and the airfield, and we're going to do a lot of walking. We probably have a couple of wolves along the way, but really not much at all. So, all right, back on the road again. We just did like a 3-episode walk, didn't we? 2 episodes at least. Kind of interesting to see what the next few days holds. In real life, that is. In the game, too. Oh. Tick season's arrived, which is irritating. One thing I don't miss about spring and summer and fall. But I don't really have it as near as bad as a lot of people do because I have chickens and ducks. Everybody keeps telling me to get guineas, and I just can't find out. I don't have a good use for guineas. I have to feed them. They eat bugs and ducks, and that's all great and all, but I don't know. So do my chickens and ducks, and they give me stuff. All right, down we go. So I've been kicking around the Rumble idea again, and because, I have trouble keeping my mouth shut sometimes, and my viewpoints are not typically well accepted by big tech and the mainstream media. So, I don't know. I suspect there's probably going to come a time when I am deplatformed. I mean, maybe I'll be wrong, but I really kind of got that feeling. Especially if I can't quit commenting on certain media posts on YouTube using this same account. Well, oh man, what can I say? But I figure at some point I'm going to be deplatformed, and so if that ever happens, if I suddenly vanish from YouTube someday, find me on Rumble by all means. But I'm thinking, I haven't actually done anything up there yet. I'm trying to figure out the ins and the outs and what all, how to monetize, and that's part of the reason I'm thinking about going to Rumble. Not on a permanent basis. Well, not exclusively, but it's one of the reasons I'm thinking about doing Rumble is, if I'm understanding correctly, you don't have to have such a high threshold for monetizing. And, nobody likes ads, but, it would be kind of cool to get a little bit of, I don't know. That was just something I'm kicking around. I don't think we haven't been able to find the moose yet. That doesn't mean it's out here, so I guess I should be a little more careful. We've definitely seen the moose sign in several places. So. Like right there. and visibility isn't really great right now. I don't know, you guys, you know, let me know in the comments what you think about the Rumble idea. Would you, I mean, how many people would even bother watching me if I went over to Rumble? I don't know. It's kind of interesting. The thing I noticed about Rumble that has really piqued my interest is when I went over to Rumble last night, and after I made that off the wall comment about it, I kind of just toyed around and I went over there and looked, and I done a search for the Long Dark, and I found one video on the Long Dark, and it was just simply kind of like a first impression review type video. There was no walkthroughs or anything. So I mean, I see Rumble growing, and it has been, especially since Russell Brand went over there. So, you know, I see Rumble growing, and I'm kind of thinking that might be, you know, maybe I could be like the first, you know? Maybe not the first, I don't know. But I'm thinking about doing it side by side with YouTube, so I'll still be here, but at the same time I'm thinking about simultaneously releasing with Rumble. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet or not. It would be double the uploads, which is tricky for me, as most of you know. All right, we're going to go ahead and build a fire right here. And just kind of sleep a little bit. How much I don't even know how much we need sleep-wise. Yeah, we can actually sleep for 3 or 4 hours here, so we're going to go ahead and add our sticks and sleep accordingly. We'll go for 2 hours on the fire, so we'll go 3-hour nap, which should get us back to pretty well fully rested. And if it holds to normal, I'll probably still have a little fire left too. See? Oh, wonderful. I'm so happy. Doesn't everybody just love it whenever they see you leaving and they decide to, you know, do the thing? All right, let's sleep for it. Of course, we know it's going to last forever, because it always does. Stove is about to go out. I got nothing to put in it except for one stick. Oh, I don't know if I can pull this off or not. Maybe. Oh, no. We're not doing that. Man, that was insane. That's super cold.
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
Nope. All right, we're gonna have to do something. That was a bad day. That was a bad juju. Got accelerant? I do. Let's use it.
That's done.
Man, I sure didn't get very many. Hmm. All right. So it says I got an hour. I think with my bedroll, I might be able to get me a. Yeah. All right. I got what, 25 minutes? Fire's out. Storm is not over. 875. Nice and warm, but we're still got that going. This is a little frustrating. Come on, storm, be over. Oh, now it's done. All right, let's get out of here. Okay, finally. Did I get my bedroll and my water pot? Okay, let's go. See an interesting comment in the comment section of the forums when for the Steam release. Somebody had mentioned a tent instead of the snow shelter, and I'm like, I don't think that would work well. I mean, I just don't. Of course, the forums, Steam forums, are exactly what you would expect. Everybody is upset because they did the DLC before they finished episode 5, which, I mean, I kind of get their frustration. So I'm not gonna bash them for being upset. I think they could be a little more tactful about it. I think, but you know, it's the forums, and you know how rude those things get. Got all excited this morning. My dill and my oregano and my basil have all sprouted, so that's awesome. I'll be able to get them planted into their spot soon. Probably another couple days. Wait for them to get really good and established, get them sorted out, and get them into the herb bed that I just built. Oh, and you may have noticed when I do my community posts now, when I tell you that I'm not going to make a video that day or whatever, the community posts, you notice I put a couple of pictures on today's. Just something new. My wife, my wife does all the, management of this. I just make the video, right? Usually you get me on Discord, but almost everything else she takes care of. And anyway, so welcome back to Forlorn Muskeg. So anyhow, almost everything else she takes care of. But anyway, she thought it would be cool, since I do talk about my critters and all my stuff so often. She thought it would be a cool idea to put actual pictures from around the place on. And I thought that was a good idea. You guys let me know what you think. I mean, it's it's unrelated to the game, but then again, a lot of the stuff I say is unrelated to the game. So. Wow, heck of a rainstorm hitting now. I don't guess I really need these things. What'd I leave over here? Nothing. None of that stuff I need. All right. I'm going to pick up a few more of these because I left a bunch back at the farmstead. Oh, I got to pay attention to the time. It's almost time to wake up Mama. Oh, let's see here. But anyway, those pictures that went up there, those are not stolen from the internet. Those are actually my critters. Pictures I've taken and put on my Google Drive, and then she goes through them and she'll pick some out. I asked her why she didn't use my Pyrenees Duke, and I asked her why she hadn't used him yet, and she said, well, I'm looking for a really good picture of him. I'm like, okay. So you'll probably get to meet all my dogs and probably my goats and all kinds of stuff before it's all said and done. My boys are getting close to being done for the school year, so they always look forward to that summer break. We do kind of a two-legged school year, so to speak. We take about a month and a half off in the summer and then about a month and a half off at the holidays. And it just works really well for us, homeschool, it's up to you. You're really flexible on stuff. And that's how we choose to do it. That way, we get to all the time we want at the holidays. And usually I give them a week off for spring break, but this year we're just kind of rolling through spring break. If things get really crazy with the farm, with the planting and whatnot, we may go ahead and take a spring break. But so far everything's going really, really good. So my wife's been doing a real good job of keeping up with the homeschooling while I'm busy doing the other stuff. A lot of times, a lot of years it's a little challenging for her, but this year the boys are getting old enough they don't require near as much supervision. The curriculum we use, it's a workbook-based curriculum, but anyhow, it's largely self-led. It teaches them to set goals and meet their goals. Ah, come on. The idea is to set goals and meet goals with minimal supervision, and it's a little challenging, in the first couple of years doing it.
I
But
don't feel so good.
after my boys are getting up to let's see, what is it, second grade and fourth grade now, and at this point they're really starting to get in where we don't have to watch them too much. They're really responsible for their age. So that's always awesome, It's great to what, the thing about homeschooling is, and I'm not taking away from the people who don't do it. I'm not, please don't think of it as like that. I know I hear it all the time. It's like, oh, you homeschoolers are arrogant. No, we're not arrogant. We do a lot of times, though, you'll run across homeschoolers who just want people to understand it's not as near as hard as you think it is. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. What I was going to say was, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the rewards. When my boys learn to read, when they learn to count, when they learn to long division, when they learned all these things, there's the satisfaction. We did that. Nobody else did that. We did that, and we did it together as a family, and that's a feeling unlike any other. It's just amazing. It's just an absolutely amazing feeling. And originally we started, we were, I think the term they call it is accidental homeschoolers. Our first year, my oldest boy, not my oldest kid. I've got a 22 and an 18. Oh no, wait, she's 26, and I'm way behind. My oldest is 26. My other is 23. But my oldest boy at home, he was getting ready to go into school year,
but I'll make it.
for kindergarten, and they were going to hold him back because his birthday was 2 weeks off. He was, they had their cutoff, and he was literally 2 weeks behind their cutoff. So they were going to make him wait a whole year. And every parent's biased, but anyhow, my kid, he was ready. I mean, he was so ready. He was already doing everything he was going to learn in kindergarten and then some. So we got an internet-based course just to kind of keep him busy and kind of help give him an edge. The idea was that, we'd teach him at home for the first year, and then whenever it all came about, we would just try to test him out of kindergarten so he would be where we wanted him to begin with. But anyway, so anyways, it went on. We discovered how easy it was, and we just decided to stay with it. And then as time went on, we realized how detrimental all the screen time was with the internet-based course. And there was a lot of changes in his demeanor and his attitude when he started spending all that time on the computer to do his schoolwork. So that's when we decided to go to something a little more traditional. We went and bought the books, and everything has just gone a whole lot better since. I really think anyway, as soon as we got him off all that screen time, he immediately went back to to being normal. And and that's our story of homeschooling. But anyway, as we with that first year was completely accidental. It was just a matter of we didn't like him being stuck into a boilerplate of, well, he needs to be 2 weeks older than what he is. No, dude, it's 2 weeks. Come on, put the kid in school. I don't care about your deadline. Let's test him and see if he's ready to go based on merit, not on a subjective age. And no, they wouldn't do it. And I was like, okay, fine. Frustrated, And then once we started, we just never turned around. We're on this long trek back, so I have to babble. Sorry. Mute me. That's okay. I'm very opinionated. I know. Love me or hate me, it's fine. I don't mind. Like I said before, the key, like I said an episode or two ago, the key to cancel culture is, first off, the person who you want to cancel has to care, and I don't care. So I'm not monetized on YouTube, and so I mean, I'm not losing nothing. I'll still upload my videos to Rumble. I don't care, and they won't deplatform me. That's why it's growing like it is. Oh, let's see. I'm out of coffee. That sucks. Guess it's time for water. Hang on a second, folks. Okay, I'm back. Had to make sure my wife was getting up. It's time to wake mama. So we're going to get across Broken Railroad and then probably cut our episode on the other side. Oh, it's still... What do we got? There's the evening, so we lost a lot of time to that snowstorm, so go over here and... I'll take it. I have camp, so I need to get around. Oh, wow.
Too much stuff to carry.
Oh, shut up, Bob. I got the most amazing book today. My uncle saved it for me, found it for me, and my aunt's things. We lost my aunt a year and a half ago. And anyway, my uncle got this for me and found it in her things, knowing that I was, kind of into trying to find all the old ways and all that good stuff. And anyway, he found it for me, and it's a it's a canning and preserving book for copyright 1915 with the second. It's a second printing edition, which was printed in 1917, and it is so amazing because it's got handwritten notes from, I don't know who all, but I'm assuming my aunt, probably my grandma, and maybe even my great grandmother. So anyhow, I mean, just an absolutely amazing book. I got to looking through it today, and it was just so cool because they were talking about salting your meats and keeping them in a barrel. And I'm like, hey, this is exactly what I've been trying to figure out. It's a Lippincotts manual. I can't remember the full name, but it's a Lippincotts manual, and it's absolutely amazing to read through there and see all these old ways. I mean, they've got sketches of like these log built from like logs and stuff. You keep in mind 1915, 1917. This is before the
Feels so good.
Depression. There was, I mean, once you got outside the cities, there wasn't really electricity except in some of the wealthier homes. So, I mean, these are methods that you talk about off-grid homesteading. These people were off-grid homesteaders because they didn't have a choice. So I'm thumbing through there and I'm looking at all this stuff and I'm just like, I've only looked at probably 8 or 10 pages on it, but I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. And I'm torn right now because I just got my bee book, my my natural bee book, which I've been trying to work on reading and getting through because I need to get my bee boxes built so I can trap me a honeybee hive locally, a local honeybee hive. And so it's like I'm torn right now because I got two absolutely awesome books. I mean, just amazing books, and I don't have time to read them both. And anyway, yeah, it's. But I mean, I just completely shocked by this book. 1915 first printing, and I've got the second printing, which was 1917. It's just absolutely amazing. All right, we are officially back on expansion territory. As soon as we got across that little bridge, this is all stuff that was added with the expansion. So we can definitely start looking for anything new. Of course, where we're headed is the airfield. The control tower is where the shortwave radio is supposed to be. So that's our destination first and foremost. Welcome to the far territory, or the far range. Getting awful close to dark, so maybe I can sprint a little. No, I got no sprint. I'm too heavy. Picked up all that firewood, so be looking for a place to camp here pretty quick. Though we're getting real close to an hour.
Don't feel so good.
Of course, we've already checked these guys, but since we had an update, sometimes it pays to check stuff after an update because sometimes things will respawn.
I'm gonna need some
Or
fresh
so
air
I've heard.
soon.
Bob's still whining over his sprained ankle.
Damn, that's smarts.
There's a room up here we might try and camp in. Well, we still got a lot of daylight left. I think we'll wait for the cave.
Ah, damn, that's smarts.
Maybe the other end of the cave.
I don't feel
I don't
so
know.
good.
I'll go as far as I
Feels so
can.
good.
All right. Where's Mr. Wolfie?
I'm gonna need some first aid soon.
We'll see the wolf. All right, don't be dumb. Don't be dumb, Bob. Everybody's been asking if the return of the preppers caches would show up in existing save games, and from what I've read, the different comments and responses, I think the answer is yes. But I haven't actually heard that directly from Hinterland staff yet, so I don't know if it's completely true or not. But I know they have stood by saying that you would not need another save game. So, but I don't know how that's going to work. If we weren't so heavy, we'd climb that rope and save some time, but we're heavy. Seems like I've been here before. I've just got the worst case of deja vu all of a sudden. So a long way to walk. Probably almost a good chunk of another episode to get where we're going. Hey,
I'm gonna have to
a
leave
few
something.
more of these. In we go. Nice and bright. Cougars have not been added yet, so shouldn't have to worry about that. We should have already checked all this, I think. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have to actually get it out now. Yeah, we're gonna stop at the other end of this right before we go back out, and that's where we're gonna camp and cut the episode. I'd love to do 2 episodes tonight, but I still got to upload this thing and process it. And it's raining tonight and supposed to be raining early tomorrow, so I might be able to do a little extra. I don't know. The bonus interloper series I was working on, as much as I hate to say it, is pretty well dead. And I mean, I'm not going to say we're not going to get back to it, but spring got here. I wasn't even thinking when I started that about how close spring was. So I apologize for that. I would love to get back to that, but you know, when I started that, I said it was going to be as time permitted, and right now time does not permit. You know, I've missed several videos here lately just due to time constraints. But I'm having such a good time this year with my gardens and everything. I really do enjoy it. There's just something about growing your own food, canning and preserving. It's like, and it's not even the stuff you grow necessarily completely. You know, we got a good deal on lemons the other day, and anyway, we did the. I found a recipe, and I put them in it kind of like a ferment, It's a ferment, but it's a different type of ferment, just to keep them. And allegedly, and I'm still finding all this out, but I'm supposed to be able to keep them for up to a year. And who would ever thought of having lemons a year later? I mean, it's just unheard of. I should be okay, but I don't know how well I trust it. So we're gonna go 5 hours. They've done some crazy things on these new maps. I mean, we transition in, transition out to this cave, so it should be safe. But I don't know if I trust it fully yet. All right, I'm gonna go try for another 6 hours, and we are fully rested. It is not quite daylight yet. I wonder if it'll let me work on anything. Crafting. Oh wow, that'll pass some time right there. All right, we're over an hour here, so I'm trying to shut her down. But I don't. I want to say I want to remain. If you've been around a while, I don't like to just pass time if I can help it. I'm not gonna. I'm probably only gonna sleep maybe 2 hours at the most. All right, let's see what else we got. We can do probably not much. I'm not gonna do the old man's beard up because it gets heavy. Look at my clothing here. See what kind of shape we're all in. I could make more water, but I don't see the point at the moment. 99, 89. We'll have to do that when we get back to the airfield. And that. What I'm going to do is sleep for about an hour and a half by canceling. And then, past time, and then I'm going to sleep as long as it'll let me. And then I'm going to wake up fully rested at hopefully the butt crack of dawn. There we go. All right, this is where we're going to start the next episode. And so that's where we're going to be today at an hour and 3 minutes. Hope everybody is doing well. And if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. If you enjoy my content as a whole, smash that subscribe button to get those bell notifications. My Discord channel is open. We do have some great conversations in there, and we're getting kind of a nice little core group of people. Come be a part of that. By all means, come be a part of that little group we got going, and talk about the game or talk about life. We got memes and all kinds of things. Kind of turn into just a lot of fun there. Come join us if you want. If not, that's fine too. Leave comments on the videos. I say it every time. I love comments. I thrive on comments. The good, the bad, the ugly, the hints, the tips, the strategies, the tactics, the constructive criticism, the not so constructive criticism. But whatever you do, please keep those comments clean. And also remember, it's okay to disagree with one another as long as you do it respectfully. And as always, until next episode, y'all have a great game.